So when you're talking about pre-qualifying customers, what I've seen in the industry as it's evolved has been very interesting. For years, we've told salespeople, don't pre-qualify. When a customer comes on the lot, you don't want to talk about financing, you don't want to talk about the numbers, the price, the payment. So the world's a little bit different now. When we look at internet customers, they're out there seeking that kind of information. They're online looking at thousands upon thousands of cars in your inventory and other dealerships, and at independent information that shows them MSRP and package prices and invoice prices, and even some tools out there that show payments, whether it's a basic calculator or a finance payment. So how do you meet their expectations? How do you bring your dealership into the same time as the customer, so to speak? Well, since more than 70–80% of your customers are likely to finance or lease a vehicle, try incorporating it into the conversation, whether it's in the showroom or online after their request. You can do that in a few different ways. The first is earn the right to do it. And that's a philosophy we've had for years. In the internet department, though, you do have to do that with a little bit of engagement, back and forth, rapport building. You can't, in your first email response, respond with, what's your budget? What's your payment range? That's a little bit personal if the customer hasn't offered anything. So earn that right. Have a conversation, and then you can ask some non-confrontational questions. You can make it their choice to share. You can ask simple questions like, is there a monthly payment range that we should be considering as we look for the right vehicle? And finally, one of the things you can do is offer the information up front without any sort of obligation to the customer. You can do this by giving them pre-qualified payments on their website, on your website, for instance, and using that as a differentiator. There are tools out there that will display your payments, your terms, without the customer having to give their social security number and date of birth. It's a very powerful way to engage a customer on your website to get a good lead with high quality financial information, and for the customer to feel comfortable at looking at payments on the vehicles that you stock.